Before you eat fruit tonight, you need to know this. One of America's favorite fruits can overload weakened kidneys. While these 8 science-backed fruits may actually help protect them while you sleep, and the one choice isn't what most people expect. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack the genuinely fascinating science behind optimizing your nighttime nutrition to actively support your kidneys while you sleep. You know, most kidney conversations focus entirely on what you have to take away, right? Less sodium, less phosphorus, definitely less potassium. But today we're flipping that narrative completely. We're going to look at what you can actively add to your evening routine to protect these absolutely vital organs. Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll be covering the overnight kidney shift, the potassium paradox, 8 protective fruits, the cranberry catch, how to build your bedtime kidney bowl, and we'll wrap up with some real-world results and precautions. All right, kicking things off with section 1, the overnight kidney shift, and what exactly happens after dark. Have you ever actually wondered what your kidneys are doing while you're fast asleep? Well, while you're resting, your kidneys are actually pulling a night shift, doing some of their most critical work. They're busy regulating your blood pressure through a totally natural process called nocturnal dipping. Basically, your blood pressure is supposed to drop to give your filtering vessels a much-needed break. At the very same time, they're relentlessly clearing out all the metabolic waste you built up during the day. And here's the kicker. What you eat in that hour or two before bed has a direct, profound influence on how smoothly this whole overnight process goes. To really put their workload into perspective, your kidneys are just 2 little fist-sized organs tucked below your rib cage. Yet they filter a massive 200 liters of blood every single day. That's roughly 50 gallons of fluid. It's basically like filtering an entire giant fish tank worth of toxins and returning perfectly clean blood back to your circulation. It's a monumental task, which is exactly why supporting them at night is just so crucial. Moving right along to section 2, the potassium paradox and the tension in eating for kidney health. So this introduces the fundamental tension of the kidney diet. On one hand, your kidneys desperately need antioxidants to fight off the chronic inflammation that drives disease. But on the other hand, a ton of the absolute best antioxidant-rich foods contain super high levels of potassium. For someone with weakened kidneys, consuming too much of it can lead to a dangerous condition called hyperkalemia. This happens simply because damaged kidneys lose their ability to filter that excess potassium out of the bloodstream. So solving this paradox is absolutely crucial. We've got to navigate completely away from high potassium heavy hitters like bananas, oranges, kiwi, and avocados. Instead, we have to cherry pick, pun intended, fruits that deliver maximum anti-inflammatory benefits without carrying that dangerous potassium burden. And thankfully, we have the National Kidney Foundation verified list to guide us safely to those exact options. Which brings us to section 3.8, kidney protective fruits. Let's meet your overnight protectors. First up, we've got the sleep enhancers. These 3 fruits are incredibly well suited for bedtime because they actively improve your sleep quality. Tart cherries are amazing because they naturally contain phytomelatonin, which helps guarantee that crucial nocturnal blood pressure drop happens properly, taking the stress right off your kidneys. Then strawberries. They're a massive win. They have only 130 milligrams of potassium per half cup, making them one of the safest choices out there, all while actively reducing oxidative stress. And fresh pineapple delivers this awesome 1-2 punch of the anti-inflammatory enzyme bromelain plus the naturally relaxing amino acid tryptophan. Next category, the fiber and antioxidant powerhouses. Adding these berries to your diet creates some incredible dietary efficiency. Blueberries are absolutely loaded with anthocyanins, which are proven to protect both your cardiovascular system and your kidneys. And since those 2 systems basically share the same inflammatory pathways, this overlapping protection is vital, especially if you're over 60. Then we have raspberries. Get this, a single half cup packs 4 whole grams of fiber. That fiber feeds your beneficial gut bacteria to drop systemic inflammation, and it actually helps slow down the absorption of dietary phosphorus from your dinner. Rounding out our fruit categories, we have the hydrators and stabilizers. Apples and grapes are practical, easy to find options that do a lot of heavy lifting. For apples, make sure you eat them with the peel on. That's where you get the malic acid, which helps prevent kidney stones, plus the fiber you need to stabilize your overnight blood sugar. Grapes are phenomenal tools because they give you the powerful antioxidant resveratrol. And here's a quick pro tip. If you're ever on a strict fluid restriction, try freezing your grapes. They turn into this highly satisfying, really thirst-quenching snack that doesn't add to your daily fluid burden. Moving to section 4, the cranberry catch. There's a crucial warning here we definitely need to talk about. Alright, so here's the catch. While raw, unsweetened cranberries do offer a modest level of prevention for recurring urinary tract infections, the sugar-loaded juice cocktails most people grab from the grocery store actively increase your kidney disease risk. The National Kidney Foundation specifically warns that sugar-sweetened beverages work directly against everything we're trying to achieve here. Plus, cranberries do not treat an active infection. And please hear this crucial medical warning. If you are taking a blood thinner like warfarin, there is conflicting evidence on interactions. You must consult your pharmacist before making cranberries a regular habit. Okay, take a look at this table. This is essentially your actionable playbook and easy-to-reference guide of all 8 fruits, their precise bedtime portions, and exactly how they help you biologically. From that half cup of blueberries for heart and kidney protection to the medium apple for blood sugar. Everything on this slide is designed to give you maximum benefit while safely dodging that potassium paradox. Feel free to pause the explainer right here if you want to take a screenshot or jot these down. Now, for section 5, your bedtime kidney bowl, let's turn this into a simple nightly routine. Let's actually build this bowl together. Step 1, start with a half cup of tart cherries to get that natural sleep support going. Step 2, toss in a handful of blueberries for those powerful heart and kidney protecting anthocyanins. Step 3, top the whole thing off with 4 fresh strawberries for a hit of ultra-low potassium vitamin C. Step 4, just enjoy this bowl about 30-60 minutes before you go to sleep. By putting this together, you're creating the ultimate kidney tonic. You're delivering natural melatonin, antioxidants, and fiber. And the best part, absolutely no supplements or prescriptions required. Finally, section 6, real results and precautions. Time to look at some real-world application. Now, a quick reality check. Remember, this explainer is based on general National Kidney Foundation guidance, and general terms are not individual terms. If you are navigating advanced stages of chronic kidney disease, like stage 4 or 5, you've got strict, individualized potassium budgets to stick to. Even these low-potassium fruits have to be counted carefully. Always consult your kidney dietitian or your doctor for a personalized dietary prescription. Also, if you're over 60 and haven't had one recently, make sure you request a basic metabolic panel at your next checkup. You really need to know your creatinine, eGFR, and your electrolytes to make the most informed choices possible. I want to share a bit of the real human impact here. This is Carol. She's 72 and managing stage 2 CKD. Like a lot of folks, she had cut almost all fruit out of her diet purely out of a fear of potassium. But by safely reintroducing these specific fruits we talked about today, she stabilized her markers and drastically improved her sleep. I love what she said here. It felt like something I was adding to my health rather than another thing to restrict. That shift in mindset right there, moving away from fear and restriction and towards empowerment and perdition, is exactly why understanding the science is so liberating. Because the science is abundantly clear. You do not have to navigate kidney nutrition through fear alone. You have powerful, natural tools right at your fingertips that can actively support your body's overnight healing process. So I want to leave you with this final question to think about. How are you going to empower your routine tonight? Out of our verified list, which 3 fruits are you adding to your bedtime bowl? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. And here's to a healthier, more restful night for you and for your kidneys.